Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. That's interesting. This looks like really good. I don't know why I'm like questioning it, but like I think this is going to be good. Like you got a lot of good cards going on here. Now, going into this situation, you do have some nerves, like you're nervous about something. But somebody's literally walking out of your life is what I'm getting. Somebody's walking out of your life, and I feel like this is not bad. This person walking out of your life is really easing the stress on you. Because what I'm getting is, like, you see this happening. You know this is coming. You're not surprised when it happens. And you have the Sun card. Somebody walks out of your life, and I feel like it's something you've been working on for the longest time, but when they walk away and they shut the door, like there's nothing here for you to, there's nothing left for here for you to work on. I feel like you're kind of like, okay then that's it. And there was a lot of stress with this situation. For whatever reason, there was a lot of stress, and it's kind of like when it walks away, it just seems like that's not a bad thing. You look at it very objectively. There is a part of this that makes you uncomfortable. Because you got the Fear card there too, kind of like, I don't know, that Sun card balances it off though. It's kind of like, I feel I'm actually okay with this, and I don't know if I should be. That's kind of like that. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like I actually am okay. I feel kind of good about this. This is really not the way I handle things, but the other person made the decision and they just left. And if they're gone, that's that. Like there's nothing else for me to do. So it's a weird energy, but it's good. It's kind of like I'm happy. It makes sense. Objectively, I don't have a problem with it. It does make me feel like something's missing, though. Like, I don't like to just end things that abruptly, but it's kind of at the same time, maybe it was a good thing anyway. You know, it's weird. It's kind of like I wouldn't have ended it that way, but they chose to, and I guess it's not bad. It's going to take you a minute to kind of get yourself acclimated to this change. But I don't feel, it's still not bad. It's uncomfortable. And it's part of me is just kind of like, I keep questioning if this is good or not. Is this good? Because I think I like it. I think it's okay. I think this is good. I keep questioning, like, should I be okay with this? I think I am okay with this. It's taking a minute. It's going to take a couple weeks. For some reason, I feel for most of you, it's going to take a couple weeks before you're really kind of like, yeah, I think I'm fine. The other energy who left, they really thought that that was the right thing to do. They thought that was right. We're just wasting our time with this. Whatever they were doing, however they added in, this could be a business thing, a personal thing, it could even be family. I don't know how that works, but unless you were living with family and then all of a sudden they moved out, well then that's how it is. You got faith with wisdom. They really thought that this was the right thing to do. They really did. As it moves on forward, I don't see any animosity here either, by the way. And you just seem to be moving forward, kind of like, well, I got other things I got to do. I'm not just going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs. I got other things I got to do, so I'm putting things together. And you seem to just move forward. These swords are usually intellect or communication. I feel like you're looking at what has gone, has left a void. So what do I want to put in that void? I'm just going to see. You're just like looking at options. Like, what do I want to do to change this, to fill that void? That's what I'm getting from you. Like, that's what you're going into when you're ready. Now, what you got around you for filling the void here is some weird energy that I don't think is going to cause you a problem, but you need to be aware of it. The Devil card, the Seven of Pentacles, is behind the Eight of Swords. There's an energy that wants to either impose on your situation or is jealous of your situation. The Seven of Pentacles is like, there's a lot going on over on this other side. Somewhere, like somebody wants to like get involved in your business, but I feel like they can't. They're stuck. They want to, but they can't. Somebody was like, it's almost like they want to fill that void for you, but they're stuck. They're kind of like blocked from it. For whatever reason, they can't. They're going to lose what they already have if they go towards you, and they don't want to do that. This is a great thing, because I'm feeling like this energy is not really matching for you. This is actually good. I'm seeing on your side where this person seems to communicate with you, and they try to see if they can get you to kind of go more to their liking. They're trying to see if they can get you to come towards them, because if you come towards them, they could have everything. I don't think that's going to work, because I'm getting your path seems to be moving away from them. It says patience, but I'm getting a path feel with this card, and I'm getting like, you're kind of like, well, you're just kind of like non-reacting to this person. Like, you might be literally saying to this person, well, let me think about what's going on here, and I have to think it over. I have to think it over. That's all I get out of that. I have to think it over. Your path is going somewhere else. I think this is good, because the fact that they want you to go towards them is unexpected, and at the same time, you're kind of like, look, you're seeing it for what it is. You're like, no, they want everything, and I don't think this is going to work for me, and I'm not looking to take this opportunity and just get rid of it. Like, I want to make out on this opportunity, so I'm not going to do that. You seem to be just slowly just letting it kind of peter out. There might be a second person. Is there a second person? There might be a second person that might be going to the side. I don't know if they're permanently leaving, but they're going to the side. You're going to go towards something else. Something new comes your way. It's like a second person trying to influence you. And they may have had success with doing this to you in the past, but this time it didn't work, and they're very upset about it. But it's kind of like they expected you to come towards them. They thought that they would get what they wanted. Maybe they've won you over in the past. Maybe they've manipulated you in the past to make it happen. It didn't work this time, though. You didn't. Nope, not this time. Nope. And they're disappointed about it. They're very upset about it, honestly. But you're realizing, going towards this person and letting them have everything they want, and you doing all the work, because it feels like that's what's going to happen if you do that. That's not working for you. Not doing that. That's not right. That's not fair. They don't deserve that anyway. Like, that's not right. You've got the Empress on your side with the Nine of Pentacles. I love the Nine of Pentacles. That's like my favorite card in this whole deck. Just the way it looks, I think it's a beautiful card. You know that things work out better for you by you taking care of yourself. And just because somebody wants something doesn't mean they deserve something. And at this time, you're like, you know what? No. This time is for me. I, like everybody else, deserve a fair shot. And that's the thing with the Empress, because I feel a very evolved, balanced Empress energy. When the Empress is truly, truly successful at her optimum, she takes care of herself. She makes time for herself. She wants something. She wants a pedicure. She wants to get this done. She wants to get by herself something nice. She wants to go hiking. She wants to go swimming. She wants to go horseback riding, bike riding, motorcycle, whatever she wants to do. She makes sure she cuts out enough time for herself for her to also enjoy life and to help others at the same time. I spend some time with others helping them, but I also have some time for myself. Sometimes the Empress just has to have that night or two a week where she just watches movies by herself, because the rest of the time she's going crazy helping everybody else. So she just has to have that self-care. And I'm feeling self-care. You're realizing, like, I do enough for everybody else. It's fair. It's warranted for me to do for me. And that's when that card is at its optimal. Kind of like, I help everybody, and I will continue to help everybody. But sometimes it's good for me to help me. I deserve something too. I deserve my own attention. The Death card comes in with the King of Cups. I'm getting things are going much better. It's like you're hitting this moment where you're realizing, I need to look out for myself just as much as I look out for other people. And things are going a lot better here. That energy that was trying to get you to come towards them, I feel like you're not worried about it. And I feel like they realize that wasn't right. They seem to realize it. even if it's just to the point where they realize once you've made your decision, well, then you've made your decision and that's that. And they let it go. And for some of them, it may be just that's all it really amounts to, is just they realize you've already made your decision. There's no use talking about it anymore. Hopefully for a few of them, they realize, you know what, it's fair that you get what you want. It's your turn. Because I'm getting the Queen of Pentacles in the environment. It does feel like a supportive energy to help you go in the direction you want to go. Now, I'm getting these two cards face down. The longer you stay in this energy of balance to where you keep doing for yourself, because I'm getting the people I'm connecting with Taurus, you won't constantly just do for yourself. So if you have a certain situation or a certain thing that you want to do for yourself, and you do this weekly even, hopefully at least weekly, if you hold yourself to doing something for yourself, like this is for you, and you do this at least weekly, you're not just going to end up just doing stuff for yourself. You're going to, throughout the week, you're going to help other people anyway. It just seems like the energy I'm connecting to, you're always helping other people anyway. Having one thing, at least one thing that you just do for you, and holding yourself to that, the longer you hold to that, the more judgment goes in your favor. The more you hold to like whatever it is, for example, I'm thinking of a person that likes to go horseback riding, and I feel like she doesn't do it that often. The thing is, when she does make time for herself and she makes that happen, and the more she makes that happen for herself, the more her energy balances, the more successful she is, the more she's able to help people because her energy is so much more relaxed. It makes her life better. It makes things go easy around her. She's able to help people more. It just makes everything more smoothly. Like, doing for yourself makes everything better. It's kind of like you have more energy to help people. You're more invigorated and more happy to do things, and you just get more done in a better way. People are more cooperative with you. The more you do for yourself, the better things go. And I feel like once people realize that balance, like the more you take care of yourself, the better things around you happen. The better, like when you're helping other people, the better that goes. I hope that makes sense. Because you have a really good outcome here, but you got to stay focused on keeping yourself in the plan. You got to stay focused and making sure you keep carving time out for yourself, and you make that a thing, and you make sure it stays a thing. Another place I've seen this be a problem is when people, especially certain signs, Taurus is one of them, where they work for a business or they have a job, and they end up being a lot about the job, and they shortchange themselves constantly. Like they have plans for the weekend, and the business is like, well, you better cancel those plans because we need you this weekend. So they do. Or, they have plans after work, and then the business is like, well, things aren't going as well as we want to, so we're going to need you to stay a couple hours late. So they cancel their plans that they really wanted to do, and they help the business. This is not good. I think that that's really bad, because that's a bad habit that starts to be expectant, and then you don't get out of life what you should be getting out of life. The focus is to make sure this time you're carving out for yourself, you make it a priority. For some people, what I've seen they have to do to make this work out, they might have to put on their schedule as if it was like an appointment. Like I've seen a lady, I thought, at first I didn't understand why she was doing it, then she explained to me later why. She would put on like doctor's appointments on her schedule, and it looked like she was going to the doctor's appointment pretty regularly. And it was kind of like interesting, I thought. So people, you're not allowed to ask what the doctor's appointment is. Then later I found out it was like she was getting manicures and hair appointments and stuff like that. The reason she told me she did that is because when people saw it as a doctor's appointment on her schedule, they didn't get the idea that they could negotiate her out of that. Because if they saw she was going to a hair appointment or a nail appointment, they'd be like, well, they would decide that they didn't think that was important enough and that she could move her time or she could change it. But if she put it as a doctor's appointment, people wouldn't try to move her schedule on her. So she would get, things would stay where she put them. And then she could make sure she had that time. Later, when she explained it to me, I understood it, especially with the people we were working with, and I was like, that's very smart. Because it's not right when people just, they look at your schedule and they decide, well, it's not important enough, you could cancel that if you wanted to, and then they try to muscle in and take that time from you. That's not right. So if you have to schedule it a certain way so people stay out of your business, keep that in mind. Because you got to stay focused on this. The longer you stay focused, the longer you can keep it. The longer you keep it, the better everything goes. I'm getting, this is all about holding the line. Holding the line and keeping this good moment. You can keep this for a long time to come. You can make this something to where This could last years. Literally, whatever you're doing, this could last years. There's no reason it can't. And that will keep a lot of balance. That will keep you happy. Your life will be good, and it'll stay good. Perfect? No. I don't believe in perfect, though, anyway. But, like, it's not going to be, like, every day's sunshine rainbow day. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying things will be better more than worse. Like, the cup will be more like 3/4 full rather than, you know, it'll be better. It'll be worth it. It'll keep you in a good energy. It'll keep your energy in a good place. Things will seem better. You know, it'll keep you empowered. Can we stop? Are we good? All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.